Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee. I'm here. I'm your host. With me, as always, Jazel. How are you?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
We are here to round out the ObiWan series and just discuss our thoughts on this episode and season one as a whole. So, do you have any
Yeah,
thoughts you want to say before we jump into it?
on this episode or as a season as a whole?
Just jump right into it. Let's go with that. This
This
episode.
episode was freaking awesome. I was the whole time just glued to the television. I could not take my eyes off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I was 6 years old again, watching A New Hope.
I would agree. I would think the relationship between episode 5 and episode 6, that's probably the best, however much time those two episodes come together as, hour and a half, hour and 45, whatever,
Yeah.
of any Star Wars, literally of any Star Wars, going back to the originals. Like, they captured the feel of an original Star Wars movie so well. Not in the whole show, not in the whole show. I do have my critiques about the season as a whole, but in these two episodes, and this one especially, they nailed it.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
Yep.
Even from the very beginning, when they're in the spaceships and they're just like slowly moving through space and all you see is blasters, and I was like, it looks so old, but it works so well.
Yeah.
We don't need fast space flights with jets, and no, just the simpler the better, I feel like, with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Even the lightsaber battles and stuff, a lot of them were with him and Vader. They weren't using one hand a whole lot. It was mostly two hands, which in the original trilogy they used. They didn't bring the one-handed like lightsaber handling until like the prequel trilogy, and that was just because it was supposed to be a heavier weapon, more like a sword or something, from back in the day. So
yeah, well, I kind of always equated, if you had the ability, if you could use one hand, you were just a stronger individual.
Yeah.
So the fact that Vader could go at it with one hand and push back another man who's using both of his hands, he's just a stronger individual, stronger in the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Vader could borderline not hold his lightsaber at all and just use the Force to still have a lightsaber fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Right.
how powerful he is. He really, really is. And I think in that fight, especially that one, okay, so Obi-Wan separates himself from all those rebels. I guess the rebels. I don't know what else you would call them. And to lure Vader away, it works, and they go have their fight. Vader starts off using one hand.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the fight realizes, oh, Obi-Wan's back to peak strength. And he has to switch over to using two hands again, realizing Obi-Wan is an equal match for him.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yep.
Which I thought was awesome.
Yeah, that fight scene reminded me of like one of the original ones from I would probably say Empire, when Luke and Vader are fighting in the Cloud City and stuff.
Absolutely.
It was well choreographed, and yeah, I was, like I said, I was glued the whole time. I was just like,
well, that's what's so interesting about it. And I think for the most part, the prequel trilogy and definitely the sequel trilogy lost the ability to tell the story in the midst of the action. So, the lightsaber fight doubles as storytelling just as much as it is just action. You know what I mean? So it's a dance between the two of them. I watched it and I was telling my dad, because he was watching it with me. I was like, this feels so much. The only words that kept coming back to my mind, and I know it was George Lucas's original vision back when he started A New Hope, was like this space opera.
Yeah.
And it really felt, when they were going back and forth, that you could just feel the emotion between what they were doing. Emotion that I think was lacking in the Obi-Wan Anakin fight in episode 3, which I think is still a really good lightsaber fight. But I think it was missing that element that really took the emotion to the next level. It was missing that element of the space opera-ness of it, the back and forth that wasn't there.
Right. Yeah. The scene where after he cuts Vader's helmet, the emotion coming out of Obi-Wan's face, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I almost
Both of
started
them.
crying.
Both of
Oliver
them.
almost started crying.
Because and it was haunting. It was
Yeah.
haunting.
Yeah.
And to bring Hayden Christensen back and let him do that is truly incredible, because
Mhm.
that is my favorite Hayden Christensen moment of any of the other two movies he was in. And to have the duality of Anakin's voice and Darth Vader's voice
Mhm.
mixed together and cutting back and forth. So
Oh yeah, it was
and
beautiful.
for him to say, "I killed Anakin," really takes you back to episode 3 when he's sitting there with Palpatine. And thankfully, this adds emotional weight to that movie. Emotional weight that movie was lacking,
Yeah.
unfortunately. That could have been a great movie, and it was just an okay movie because it was missing that added elevation. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this makes that better,
Yeah.
you know? And
Mhm.
it's a testament to how great this is.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I just bit my tongue. I did. That happened.
Um, yeah, yeah, it just this episode, like the last two and stuff, but this one specifically, like just felt like Star Wars.
It did. Mhm.
It was beautiful. I'm not sure if I care what they did with the third sister's character. I was we don't know really like her ending and stuff. We really are not sure what happened to her.
They
She
left it
just
that
kind of
way intentionally.
yeah. I think they should have just killed her off and been done with it. But I got a feeling we're gonna see her again in something.
Probably.
So
She really wasn't that compelling, unfortunately. Um, but I agree that they should have just left her as a villain and just
yeah,
let that be one of the more powerful people that maybe Anakin,
Anakin.
Obi-Wan had to get through to get to Vader. You
Yeah,
know, I especially like that scene right at the beginning when he's deciding to leave the ship to go try to get Vader away, and everyone keeps saying, "You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." And I don't remember the character's name, but it's Ice Cube's son.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you want to do this?" And it was just like that revelation of there is a piece of Obi-Wan that's drawing him back to Anakin. You
Mhm.
know, there is that element where he's like, no, like maybe I can redeem him or I'll kill him because he should die. I do question why he didn't kill him. You know, obviously he didn't kill him because there's stories later where he can't be dead for it.
Right.
But it does seem like it kind of goes against his internal Jedi motivations to be like, this is a really bad guy.
Yeah.
And you've officially walked away from him now twice. So all the stuff that he does from here on out, it's kind of your fault because you had an opportunity to kill him.
Yeah. Well, so the first time back in episode 3, he didn't kill him because, well, one, he thought he was dead. He was
He thought he
burning.
was dead, so he thought he did kill him.
Yeah. And 2, they were still, I mean, friends. Like he didn't want to kill his friend. This one, he even admitted, well, I guess my friend is truly dead. And
he says,
still didn't kill him.
Goodbye, Darth. So he
Yeah.
lets Darth Vader like, or is he assuming he's gonna die this time because his breather's broken? But it's like
Nobody's
stop
that
just
stupid.
it's literally it's the Walking Dead effect of like, okay, that zombie's dead, so I'm gonna turn away from it and I'm gonna do something. Oh, it's not, and it got me. Like he's gonna kill lots and lots of people between here and A New Hope.
Yeah.
But I digress.
I don't know. I do question the third sister's like motives for like you think she could have easily killed Owen in Peru or Baru, whatever her name is.
Emperor and yeah, Uncle Owen.
Yeah. She could have easily killed them to get to Luke, and she didn't. Why?
Well, she's not a bad person. And this is what I think the episode failed to me in her character. The season failed in her character, but this one especially, like, is she good? Is she bad? We still don't know. You know what I mean? I would argue she's probably going to be a good guy from here on out. She dropped her really cool lightsaber. But she didn't want to kill them. She was only after Luke.
Yeah,
And
but
if she's not a bad guy, obviously she's not going to kill them.
yeah, but
I don't know why
she's killed other people to get to other people.
It's
So
very true, but she's right at the precipice of like, am I good or am I? She's questioning herself now more than she ever has.
my question is, my biggest concern with that is she left her lightsaber laying in the desert where Luke is going to go grab it and probably stab himself with it.
I'm assuming somebody took it. I'm assuming Obi-Wan. I wish they would have just had him pick it up for canonical sake. Just be like, let's not leave this here. Like, I wish he would have turned to her and literally said, hey, let's not leave this here. But
Somebody's going to die.
that does give me, again, more questions about the story overall. Luke's never seen a Jedi before.
Right.
In A New Hope. But he's like 12 years old, being hunted down by a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen that lightsaber. She force threw him off a cliff.
Yeah.
He knows about that now. But in A New Hope, he's pretty much like, I thought that was all myth. I thought that was all story.
Well, no, he knew about the Jedi. He mentioned he said you were a Jedi like my father, or you knew my father.
Okay.
So he knew about the Jedi and stuff. It's not like he didn't know.
Maybe he would have said though, hey, yeah, I met one once. She tried to kill me.
Right, maybe. I don't know. Couscous.
Again, this was good enough that any plot holes in terms of story, I can completely overlook. You know what I mean? I really can.
Right.
So the fact that Obi-Wan knows Leia, which I don't think in A New Hope that she actually knew who Obi-Wan was, this confirms that, yes, she does. She calls him Obi-Wan. Don't care.
Yeah.
They Han Soloed it and told where she got her blaster holder from. I thought that was cool. That was fine with me.
Yeah.
But
hey,
what'd you think of the cameos?
Cameos of.
Well, we got Palpatine in there.
Oh yeah, no, that was cool. I was fine with that. I still
When's the last episode you were talking about hoping that you saw him?
Yeah. I think. Oh, the one scene, the very last scene where he goes up to meet Luke.
Oh yeah.
He says hello there. I was just like, there it is. And I knew at one point they were gonna have to do it, but
I didn't know that was a thing. I'll be honest with you.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know he says that in the original movie, but like, I didn't know it was a thing that we needed young Obi-Wan to say. Now it's officially an Obi-Wan catchphrase. Like, why is it a catchphrase though?
It's been an Obi-Wan catchphrase since the original, like since the prequel trilogy. That's where that became a catchphrase.
When does he say it in the prequels?
He says it multiple times. The one time was when he drops in like on a General Grievous and he goes, hello there.
You're right. But I don't get why though. I don't know why that had to be a thing.
I don't know.
The fanfare of it all, I guess.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the season as a whole?
I thought it was good. As far as the Star Wars series go, I would say, well, we've had 2 seasons of Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and this. I would say it's probably the second best. I think the second season of Mandalorian was really good. So,
I differ a little bit. I think the first season of Mandalorian is really good. I think that's probably the best Star Wars streaming stuff so far because it's super original and has nothing to do with the other story, really.
Right.
Great. This is solid. Boba Fett is terrible. Like, it doesn't even rank. It doesn't even.
I would put Boba Fett under the Disney Plus original Mighty Ducks series, which was terrible.
I know. I would put it under the Disney Plus streaming remake of Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't watch that one. I can assume.
Boba Fett was there's nothing there. There was no story.
No, it was bad.
But this was good. I think they still need to like the series as a whole, and that's for any Disney Plus series, Marvel, Star Wars, all of them.
Yeah.
You have a 6-episode format.
Yeah.
There should not be a lull in there anywhere. You don't have enough time to have a lull. So that 3rd episode shouldn't feel like filler.
Right.
There's not enough time for filler. And I don't, most of them at their peak, at that center episode, feels like they're dragging. And I don't know why. You're telling stories, you're retreading stories that are useless. I just don't think there's place for that.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to the writing.
Or they've all had them.
They've all had it. I don't know.
Mandalorian's had filler episodes, Boba Fett, now this.
But even with the Marvel stuff, you get to that midway point, you're like, ooh, this could be really good or this could get really bad. And there's only 2 episodes left to find out.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Still great.
Yep. I'll revisit this one.
Oh, definitely. I'd probably watch just that episode.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So.
Yeah.
Got anything else to say on it?
No, that's all I got on this. What are we going to start next week? Do you know? Have we decided yet on that?
We haven't decided which direction we're going to go yet.
Okay. All right.
Whether it's going to be a movie review or whether it's going to be another series thing, we'll see where we go with this Wednesday review setup we have here, guys. If you watch this, you know that on Wednesdays we drop right now it's the ObiWan reviews, and then on Thursdays you're going to get the
pod episode, the
table talk,
round table, whatever you want to call it.
We'll call that
a brown couch discussion.
Brown.
No.
Brown couch discussion. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think I put table talk. I think I put table talk on the podcast title, but it's all kind of table talk at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right.
That's on Thursdays. This is on Wednesdays. Where can they find us?
Yep. Head over to YouTube and you can listen to this. Please like and subscribe. You can also listen to our podcast, Roundtable Brown Couch, on Apple Podcasts. And please like and subscribe that and leave us a review, please. You can also listen to us on Google and Spotify. Head over to Instagram. You can follow me at JahazielGood on Instagram, and you can follow Jesse at
I'm at Popcorn and Coffee on Instagram. Yep.
Hit
us up in the DMs.
Yep. Let us know what you think. Give us some reviews or requests on movies, shows you want us to review. We'll watch. So, yeah, that's all I got. So have a nice week. Awesome. And see y'all later.
Bye, guys.